So here we have Psalm number 13. 13 is a significant number in the Jewish Torah world. It refers really to many things, but for one thing, we have 13 midos of rachamim. There are 13 doses or steps of mercy that we seek from God. We see this all the time in many different prayers. This is, again, Mizmor Yud Gimel. Translates in English to be song number 13. What really strikes me about all of this is that the Jewish version, you are listening to the Jewish version of the Messiah. The Jewish version of the Messiah is very human, but he is one thing that he is infused with his love of God. And that is the thing which allows him and gives him the strength to be able to stand up to all the real forces of lies, of false illusions, of movements and isms, to be able to stand up through this. In the last song, we had the idea that the real heart of the Jewish people is carried in the seed of our king, David. And there are many, many who claim that they come from his line. But in the end, who's at the bottom? Who can hold us all up? And so it'll be what it'll be. So he says like this, the introduction from these people at Art Scroll is just absolutely fantastic. Of all the suffering endured by Israel during its history, the one that stands the longest is Galus, exile. In exile, Israel is prey to the dominant evil forces, which subject their helpless victims to an infinite variety of torments. The agony of exile, the galut, penetrates yet deeper. If there is hope in a man's heart, then his tenacity and endurance are unlimited. As long as man can dream and pray for God's assistance, then his powers have no end. But the depressing gloom of exile seems like a long, dark night, with no hope for a dawn. Israel, the Jewish people, appears abandoned for all time, as if God has forsaken it forever. As the exhausted nation feels its energy ebbing, and it sinks into despair, it summons its last traces of strength and cries out again and again, Ad Anna, until how long? Until when? The musical note on two of the repetitions of this plaint is the shalshelis. Now, so he says, what is the shalshelis? It's very interesting. He says it's a long chain, because shlosh means three, and the concept of three is the concept of a chain. A drawn-out sound suggesting an action which continues for an extended period of time. So you can see over this in the book of Genesis. Such fervent pleading does not go unheeded. Thus the psalm concludes on a confident note, showing that God responds to those who truly seek him even in this dark exile, causing the psalmist to proclaim, my heart will exult in your salvation. I will sing to Hashem, for he dealt kindly with me. Let's see the psalm. For the conductor, a song of David. How long will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your countenance from me? How long must I set schemes in my spirit, melancholy in my heart, even by day? How long will my enemy triumph over me? Look, answer me, Hashem, my God. Enlighten my eyes, lest I slumber into death. Lest my enemy boast I have overcome him, lest my tormentors rejoice when I falter. As for me, I trust in your loving kindness. My heart will exult in your salvation. I will sing to Hashem, for he dealt kindly with me. This is Baruch Fleischman at the Tikkun Elevator Kollel.